Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm just going to show you a quick deck tech here of the deck before we get into the gameplay. This deck is actually off of Marvel Cards DB. There's a link in the description. If you're not clicking links, it's called Thor, Heimdall, Open the Bifrost. I had made a Thor deck before, and it didn't do too well. So I checked on good old Marvel Cards DB. Again, in the whole pursuit of trying to get better at making better decks and expert play in general, it's good to look around and see what other people are doing, especially things that are highly rated and all that good stuff. So anyway, the whole point of this deck, not the whole point, but a major focus is Bifrost right here. So that's going to set us up very much in line with, I would say, the Dale deck building method that we did in a couple of videos before. We've got 5 heroes here plus Sif from Thor's kit. And you can see every single one of these is an Asgard. And I don't even know how to say his name. Lewis, I guess it's Lewis, the way he types it with letters and all that stuff. He's saying the whole point of focusing with the Bifrost is a workaround that Thor has a lot of problem with thwarting. And before it used to be getting Lockjaw in play and doing stuff with him. But now really, and I've played a few games and actually I really enjoy this deck a lot. But Bifrost, it does suck when all of your allies have been played. However, they all do flexibility and they all cost roughly around the same as Lockjaw, give or take. So it's I don't know, it's been pretty sweet so far. So those are hero or allies, and I should say two. It's Thor, Jane Foster, Throg, Heimdall. Gotta love Heimdall. Valkyrie, Angela, and Sif. That's going to come in Thor's kit. We got 3 Godlike Stamina. That's been an amazing card. It helps out of so many jams, especially the stun. So you're able to throw in Hammer Toss to like end games or just get out of way. Especially Confused too can hurt Thor big time. And being able to get out of it is great. This is pretty much standard stuff for Thor too. Looking for trouble. 2 Chase them down. I haven't used them too much, but I know it is nice to have them in the deck for when they do come in. And to balance that out, we got Into the Fray, another solid card. What I do like about it too, though, is the fact that it does such a high damage. You know, just 6 damage to something, even if it doesn't get rid of threat. It's a great nuke card outside of Hammer Throw, or Hammer Toss, whatever it's called. Bring It I was sleeping on, to be honest with you. We're going to be playing after this against Zola. Man, I've been drawing like sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's like 4 to 6, and it's been top tier card. And then the rest, just your Power of Aggression, energies, and a Quinn Carrier because Quinn Carrier is awesome in solo play. Okay, back to the game. Hey, how's it going, everybody? So we're gonna try to jam in a quick, a quick Zola game that doesn't even exist. Playing Thor. One thing I did want to say before as I start shuffling up here, is I'm going to try something a little different in this video. And please, and thank you everybody that's been watching the videos. But if you guys don't mind, if you could leave a comment below if you've been watching the channel for a little bit, or even just any feedback in general. What I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to edit out. What might be a good way of saying this? Edit out the dead parts, if that makes sense. So you guys might not notice what I'm talking about right off the hop, but there's a lot of like thinking out loud that I like to do when I'm playing. It just keeps me honest with what I'm doing so that I don't miss things and stuff. Also, the villain deck is going to be off camera here just to maximize space. So what I'm going to do is I'm just sort of going to think about what I'm going to do or talk about it out loud, and then I'm going to edit that part out. But then I'll say what I'm going to do and possibly the reasons why. As we play. The hope for that is to reduce the time it takes for these videos to get out. Like, I know personally sometimes it's awesome to see a 20-minute video, or maybe if I'm in the mood, like an hour video if those games are going long, but sometimes also I know how YouTube works and I know how I like to consume content, and bite size usually is the juicy, meaty part that I like to do. So I know I'm doing a little rambling in the beginning. I might say this for the next few videos because I just want to hear what my audience, you guys, what you guys think. So please leave a comment below, and if you don't care, then I'm just going to keep figuring this out on my own. All right, so one last piece of housekeeping before I jump in is I made my own Thor deck before this setup, and I wanted to play against Loki to do, you know, just the thematic stuff. And I made the deck, and I was playing it, and Loki is no joke, man. That I forgot how powerful that guy is, and I'd never played him on Expert. And now that I had tried it on Expert, I was like, this is unreal. I maybe beat one version of Loki, and then he just kept smoking me. So I was looking around online, and that's where I talked about the deck tech. I believe it's Lewis was the guy's name. Anyway, I saw his deck, and I was like, it's similar to what I was trying to do, but he made some cool choices, so I picked it up, and I learned my lesson. this is something that somebody that I look up to in the community, Steve Kimmel from Beat the Game. He gave me this gigantic paragraph or two-paragraph reply on how to build better decks and just become a better expert player. And thank you again, Steve, if you're watching. And anybody else, go check out his channel because it's phenomenal. But one of the things he was bringing up was sort of like building or tweaking your deck. I don't know the right way of saying it for what you're going against. So he was even recommending starting this side, like Zola, and then pick a guy that I want to play, Thor, and then build it that way. And I think it's a very unique twist. But the one thing that I definitely did apply to, or that I understood was, and I mean, I get it, right? Thor wants minions. And the Loki, when I was playing, it was more the thicker stuff. So I was putting in some cheap stuff, but I believe in Zola, it works a lot better. Am I going to win? Who knows? Let's just get into it and see how this plays out. I do know that when in my play tests, Mjolnir came out, and Mjolnir helped a lot. What we want to be looking for right off the hop, though, is a Bifrost. And, okay, cool. Did I shuffle on camera? I'm pretty sure I just shuffled because the chances of getting these two cards in my opening hand seems like I stacked it. But I always wanted the hard mulligan in this deck for the Bifrost. Or at least for Asgard, because for Asgard can get Bifrost. Alright, this is great. This is actually a really good hand. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling already. I'm going to start the editing the editing now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use Odinson's ability for Worthy and get our good old Mjolnir. So what I planned on doing here might be a little risky because I've noticed when I've played with Thor, as usual, that Mjolnir helps, man. Just because like he gets around this tough with the lightning strikes and the amount of minions that start coming out, they can get pretty nasty. But yeah, we'll see how this goes here. So, alright, so what we're going to do is I am going to pay 1. I'm going to get a Bifrost out. This is super critical for the deck. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play a Valkyrie for 3. And right here, her ability, I played for Lightning, deal 3 damage, doesn't matter. We're going to hit this guy. Get that tough off of him. We're going to flip over to Thor. I'm going to keep Mjolnir in my hand. Actually, yeah, we're going to keep Mjolnir in my hand. Now, I think, I mean, thwarting is, I don't want this test subjects to stay out here. Actually, no, this actually works out. I didn't think about it this far, but let's do it. Okay, so we're going to thwart for 2. Getting rid of the test subjects. Part I didn't realize was the win the defeated part. Discard cards off the top of the encounter deck until I get a minion. So we'll say it's my first bad play of the game. And the reason I say that is because, obviously, Thor wants minions, right? So he's going to come in quick strike for 2. We're going to draw 2 cards. Let's see what we get. Oh my gosh. Unreal. This actually turned out really well here. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to Bifrost. We're going to Bifrost. We're going to go take a look, see what we got. And I'm going to put one of these suckers in play. I'm almost tempted to just jam in a Heimdall. To be honest here, you know, like, I'll lose my Mjolnir. I think that's so, I mean, you know, the problem that, like I just said, is the amount of bad dudes that come out. I want to make sure that I have access to my lightning strikes when I draw them, even though getting a Heimdall out is super strong. I'm just going to go with my gut instinct on this one. I'm going to grab, of all things, Throg. Imagine that. So we'll shuffle this up. And what we'll do is, so Throg's going to come into play. I'm going to pay 2 for him. He's going to come into play with a Tough. Let me just check the camera. You guys can all see that. Cool. So I got some room over here. I know this is going to get real crowded here. I'm actually going to discard the double energy because I want to clear my hand. Get a Mjolnir on Thor. I'm going to call it. So we're going to ready up. And we're going to draw our cards here. We got 4. Chase him down. Thor's helmet. And another Thor. So we got like a lot of good stuff here. Let me just move Bifrost over here. Does that show up? I'll go that way. Cool. Okay, so 1 threat goes on the main scheme. We also put a excuse me, test counter on there. He wants to attack us for 2. Now the question is if I'm going to start blocking here, or, you know, I know with Mjolnir now I can start clearing out some of this stuff, which I think might be the right call, especially now that we have chased them down and some other options. I'm just going to take it to the face here, so we're going to take 2, plus 1 is 3. 1, 2, 3. Actually, this is a bad play. What am I doing? I meant to block with Throg on that one. Yeah, you know what? I apologize. I'm going to... It was meant for Throg, no matter what. Because these guys' damage are going to be at least the same. Berserker's going to do his 2 to me, and then the Bioservant's going to do 1. So we're at 8. Alright, still checks out, even though that was super sloppy. Card off the top. Oh, here we go. The villain attacks you. We'll take it here. This is kind of a lot here, too. Oh, okay, cool. It's not as awful. So we're down to 6, which isn't great, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so what I decided to do here is I'm going to use the Bifrost, and I'm going to go grab Angela, because she costs 0, and she's going to help smooth out my hand a little bit. And I've got Thor in my hand, but I'm thinking I'm not going to... I might play her. We'll see how the numbers add up. Shuffle that up there. Okay, I'm just going to grab a stack here. We're going to look at the top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see what we're looking at here. I guess we're going with the mutate. If you guys wouldn't mind too, I'll ask in the Discord just to make sure. But I'm pretty sure. I just want to make sure my game is getting as tight as possible. But any kind of minion like this mutate that comes into play with a win revealed, I believe doesn't count when it's brought into play like the way I did. I believe that's one off the top. So please let me know if I misplay this because it matters. Because I'm not going to go get that tech thing. Okay, so minion comes into play, so that means Thor's going to draw 2 cards. Lots of goodies here. I'm not even going to think about it. We're going to do a bring it. So we're going to draw 3 cards. There's 3 minions in play. 1, 2, 3. Really do enjoy this deck. Okay, what are we going to do now? Okay, what I think we'll do here is we're going to attack with Angela. So she takes a damage. She's going to attack the mutate for 2. I'm not going to put the counter on here. I'm going to attack the mutate with Thor. So that's 5 damage altogether. So he's gone. Then I'm going to play Chase Them Down. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. The main scheme's getting up there, you know, but I think one's okay here. So we're going to get rid of 5 here. We'll put 3 on Hydra Prison. I always find with the Prison, it's kind of like eventually I'll get there. Lady Sif isn't critical to the deck. She'd be amazing to get her out. But I'm not going to get too upset if it doesn't happen. I'm kind of looking at this hammer throw. Man, we got some options here. Okay, what I'm going to do is I was really considering putting in the helmet. It just gets it out of the way now, and it gives us some more health, so I don't need to keep flipping down. But we've got such a surplus of allies. I think we're just going to keep going that route. So what I'm going to do, what I'm thinking anyway, is Valkyrie is going to... this is going to return it to my hand here. I was going to bring Lady Sif back to my hand by playing Heimdall, but I'm wondering if we do 2 damage to this. You know what? The 1 damage, I don't know. Maybe that is the right call to do, but in my mind it was getting Sif here. So I'm going to use Valkyrie to thwart for 1. Then I'm going to put Heimdall into play. We'll get rid of Valkyrie. So he costs 5, so 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to keep the helmet in the bring it just for now, just to see how this plays out. And Heimdall is going to come into play. We're going to use his ability here to draw 3. And I really don't want this Vibranium armor, not Arner. So we know he's going to get a tough 2 servants coming up. That's good. At least it lets me know I'm going to be drawing cards. So I'm going to attack for 1. Sorry, thwart for 1. We're going to get rid of the Hydra Prison. Get Lady Sif. She goes back to her hand, just making sure. Yep, to our hand. Well, actually, you know what? This works out. I wanted to save the Bring It because I know I'm going to get 3 cards. Dang. Do I... One thing about champs is, like, I know you don't want to hang on to cards. We could always get another Bring It, even though it would be awesome to be able to do it for at least 2 or 3. I'm going to pay the 2. Might be a bad call. We'll see. We'll play a Thor's Helmet. Is that even on camera? We'll bring this up here. So I'm going to gain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at least we're in the game for a little bit more. And let's ready up. Okay, we'll draw our 4 cards. Let's see what we get here into the fray. That's good. Looking for trouble. Quincarry and Asgard. Interesting. Interesting. All right, so villain's phase. So increase the main scheme by 1. What is it? Test counter goes up by 1. All right, so he's looking to attack. I think just because we gain that health, I'm not going to block with anybody just yet. Or maybe we will. Part of me is thinking just getting Throg out of the way. Although, I guess Angela doesn't really matter too much. They're about the same. Attack for 2. Yeah, they're about the same. So we'll block with Angela. At least Throg will let us thwart if we need to. So we're going to block. Or hold on. I already know what's coming up. Give the villain a boost status. Yeah, okay. So I'm not going to block. Apologies. Top card is that Servant. So we're going to take 2. 1, 2. He's going to gain Tough. Now the Mutate wants to attack for 2. No, I guess that's fine. I'm going to take the 3. 1, 2, 3 from those two guys. Draw our encounter card, which is a Servant. So we're going to draw our 2 cards, which is great. Wow. All right. Wow, wow, wow. Lots of good stuff. All right. Well, then what we're going to start off with is Looking for Trouble, because this only hits the main scheme. I thought Looking for Trouble was the same as Defender of the Nine. It's not. So we're going to do Looking for Trouble. So we're discarding cards off the top until we get a minion. We're going to get that Quick Strike guy. Just got a feeling. Just got a feeling. This is where it's starting to get a little bit nuts. So we're going to want that Lightning Strike. Yeah, I knew it. We're going to want that Lightning Strike ASAP. Okay, so he's coming in to hit me for 2. 1, 2. I'm going to draw. I believe the order is Response after you engage a minion. I'm going to draw my 2 cards, right? Yeah, so it always feels weird when we're doing this. Then I'm going to remove 3. So we're going to remove that one. Okay, let's see what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of a risky turn here, I think. Could bite us in the behind. See how it goes. Okay, so I apologize, everything. Like I say, everything's going to get just nasty and crammed. Quinn Carrier, we're going to pay 3 for that. So we're discarding all this fun stuff. We don't have any threat on the main scheme to worry about. So that's sort of what I am hoping for here. So we're going to pay 1. Discard these 2. Godlike Stamina I was considering keeping, because at least it lets Thor stay up a bit. To play an Asgard to help our hands. We have lots of blocks. What the risky part is I'm literally thinking of flipping down just to heal, knowing that when we come back up, we're going to have to deal with a lot of threat. The problem is it's going to go up by 1. We're going to get a minion. The minion could scheme, right? So let's math this out. So let's say it's 1. He's going to scheme for 2. Let's assume it's... Yeah, I don't think I could flip down, not with... Because I could kill this guy... And, you know, if I kill him, then we're just doing 2, 3, 4, and hope, you know, that we draw less than 2, and whatever the minion comes out, there's just too much. Just too much. And 4 health, I really don't like sitting at. Dang, what do we do? I mean, we can defend as well, so how bad of an attack is it? So, if these 2 guys are going to die, I'm just trying to math this out here. So we got 4 damage, right? So these 2 could kill him. He could kill a Berserk. That leaves us 1 Berserk, this and that. I could defend. And you know what? I think that's the way to do it. And hopefully we don't get anything that does too much crazy damage. This forces us to have to flip down. But that might be the way to do this here. Okay, so we're going to attack. Angela and Throg are going to kill the Bioservant. Thor is going to attack, kill the Berserk. Mutate. And Heimdall, I feel like, you know what? I want him out there to keep thwarting, but this might be just a little too dangerous here. I'm going to attack for 3, just because it clears up the board. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, I understand, I don't think I've seen a lightning strike yet. Let me just double check. No, so we've got 2. We might even draw them in the next hand. But I just, the pacing with my health just doesn't math out for me. I could be totally wrong. All right, let's do this here. Okay, so now our hand size is 5. Let's see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. We got our Gods of Thunder coming out, which is important. It's going to help us long term. Okay, so we're going to put 1 threat on the main scheme. We're going to put a 3rd counter on here. I just want to make sure the timing is right. Then, if there are 3 more test counters, yes, there are. So I'm going to get rid of that, and we're going to discard until we get a minion. Alright, now this, I believe, is when revealed. Correct? Until a minion is discarded. Put the minion into play, engage with the first player. When revealed. See, this is the problem. This is my inexperience with some of these keywords. I didn't allow this when I did it. When this is doing it, I feel like the when revealed doesn't get triggered. And the only reason I'm saying that, Again, please, this could dramatically affect how this game goes. I'm going to say it doesn't, only because I remember when I would play, I think it was Rhino, and you'd get that Hydra Bomber, I think it was, or no, Claw with the weapons runner, and he would Surge or something like that. But Surge, I think, might be a little different. So I could be playing this awfully wrong, and that could affect the entire gameplay. But I'm going to assume it does. I don't know. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to just pause and ask Discord right now. Okay, so thank you, Discord. You guys are amazing. Love you. For anybody else that's wondering if you're new, well, I don't say new, but if you're trying to understand this crap like I am, because some of the terminology, it can get a little hairy, but the way I understand what they're saying, essentially, is these guys are being discarded from this stuff, right? The only time is when it specifically says when revealed, or in the broad sense of the term, when it's dealt as a face-down encounter card. So I just want to make sure here. Discard cards from top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion. So it's saying when I discard a minion. It's not when I'm revealing a minion. Okay, cool. Thank God. All right. So I just need to back up here. I can't remember exactly where we were. But, okay, so somebody was actually clear. Sorry, we're doing this real time with Discord. He was saying, be careful with this because I believe it's test subjects. Let me just read that. That's one of the things we got rid of right at the top. When defeated, the first player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until they discard a minion. Reveal that minion. So that's my problem. Reveal it. So you know what I'm going to do to balance this out? I'm actually going to trigger it on this one because I didn't do that on that one. This is if anybody here that's a Magic the Gathering player, and really, whoops. Tech. Did I pass it too much? Really, this applies to anything, is the RTFC rule, which is read the effing card. Okay, so we're going to discard, right? So he says discard cards on top of the card. Okay. And I'm just going to shuffle this because I did see that last one there. Okay. So we got the neurological implants. He gets +2 hit points, and he is a truck. Yikes. Okay, so I didn't draw my 2 cards, I don't think. So we got our 5. Draw our 2. 1, 2. Okay, we got some juicy. All right, let's do what we're doing here. Okay, so Zola wants to attack for 2. Now I said we got a lot of blockers. Clearly, this dude is getting blocked. 2. I can't risk it. I believe I need to flip down to. That's gonna be a problem, man. Well, maybe we'll hammer throw. Okay, so we're gonna block here. I'm going to block with Throg and Zola here. So Zola's attack for 2. Boost. Place 1 test counter on the main scheme. That's all right. I just don't want to get too close for Thor to die here. We are going to be running out of deck soon, so it's not the end of the world. Zola's mutate. I'm just going to defend with Angela. Thank you. So I've got no more allies in the deck. They've all been discarded. And then this guy is attacking for 1, which we will take. Okay, encounter card is under fire. So Surge. And draw a card. Oh, this might be the game. The villain and each minion engaged with you attacks. Yikes. Yikes. Is that the game? I think that might be the game. Let me just see. What an awful way to end this one. So we know this is a guaranteed 4, so that's a block there. I'm taking 1 to 2. So I have to, the only way I can live this is to block here and hope that this whiffs. Right? We got nothing on there. 2. Yeah, that's it. Damn. Okay, well, we lost this one. You know what? I'm going to do this as well. I'm going to throw this out to you guys as well because I am trying to test cutting out how, like, all the jibber jabber that I'm doing while I'm trying to think of what I want to do on my turn. Do you guys actually enjoy videos where, I lose? You know what I mean? I know there's a lot of people I watch and they lose, but then you'll see like another video come up where they try the deck again. There might be like 2 or 3 back-to-back videos, and the video's like an hour and something long. I enjoy watching that stuff, but I want to see what, I've gotten a very small community here. I think we were at 24, 25 subscribers. That's fine. And I don't know how many people are exactly watching yet. I'm trying to get the channel coming back again, but I want to kind of custom tailor it to the people that aren't interested. So is this something you guys would like to see? Would you like me to just reshuffle, play again? Or if I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. And just sort of talking about whatever. The one thing I can say in hindsight here as well is, this is some of the stuff that I'm going to have to just get better at. I will say when I play Standard, the only real thing, and I learned this honestly from watching Steve on Beat the Game, is always grabbing the encounter deck and looking for advance. I play Rhino a lot. I'm just a fan of Rhino. I don't know what it is. It might just because he's easier. You know, when the core set was out, I just love playing him. Claw is a lot of fun. Ultron's great too. But once I started employing of actually like going in there and making sure I'm looking for advance. If I feel like I want to flip down, always go here as best as I can to see how many advances are in here. In expert play though, you know, this is a standard card, but the fact that there's a lot of this kind of stuff where we're surging a lot, checking up on have I seen any gang ups, and just sort of like building up that mental flexibility and memory to remember what's just in the standard and expert cards. Like, it's only 10 cards and you see them every game and you shuffle them in every game, right? But it's being aware of that stuff. Now, to be fair, I mean, at the same time, it is hard to just mentally math out, okay, well, if I block this and, you know, chump here, and then if I do draw that, I just lose. Okay, maybe I shouldn't. It is a lot of mental overload, and I think the more we play this, the more it's just going to become second nature. So these things will happen. I'm not upset about it. The game should be able to beat me as well, you know. Like I said, I have played a few games of this, and I have won. So you know, I'm not butthurt about it. But anyway, I'll let you guys know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and until the next video, everybody, I will see you then. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.